Can Yohan Blake make the jump to greatness once again? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. After this, sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready, yep, good to go. Well, Yohan Blake has concluded his 2022 season with a second place in the big final Diamond League event of the year. Surprising, I believe, many. In fact, if we are to be honest, looking at the statistics, Yohan Blake has had the best season since 2012. I'm going to repeat that. He has literally had the best season he has had since 2012. In his last race in Zurich, he came second behind the American Trayvon Bromell, running a time of 10.05 to win that second place and that second place prize money. So we ask the obvious question, as he seems to be improving again, can we ever see the Yohan Blake of pre-2012? Is there a chance that in 2023, Yohan Blake may once again achieve greatness? The race was won by the American Trayvon Bromell. Bromell ran and won in a time of 9.94. Blake of Jamaica, Yohan Blake, ran 10.05 to take the second place, ahead of Canada's Brown, who ran 10.06, and Africa's Simbini, who ran 10.07 to take that fourth position. Now, I know this is not a win, but let's be honest. Yohan Blake has been having a really solid season. Now, he has not had any major wins thus far, but he has had wins. And more importantly, he has had several sub-10 clockings, including his most recent sub-10 clocking, where at the True Athletics meet, he won both in the semis and the finals, running a nice sub-10 in the finals to win. Apologies, he ran sub-10s in both the semi and in the finals. This 9.96 was not his most impressive time for the 2022 season. In fact, he has been so impressive that going into the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon, many of us believe, ourselves included, that he had a chance of, if not hitting the podium, but being top 5 in the final of the men's 100 meters. But this was not to be.
It's a disappointing championship for me, knowing the form that I was in at the trials and got a little bit of injury going into the semi-final of the 100, so I couldn't run how I want to run. Feel much better in the 4x1 because I give it some time to rest and heal. But I'm just optimistic about running in the Diamond Leagues and after this.
And you heard Blake say it himself. We were all disappointed because looking at his stats and his numbers going in, he was a clear favorite. But he also explained that he had a slight injury right before the semi-final run, and it explained why he was not able to make the finals and perform the way in which we had anticipated. Now, if you don't remember his remarkable 100-meter finals at the National Championships at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica earlier this year, he was not the favorite going in. It was the young Oblique Seville who all thought would win, ourselves included. And Blake surprised, running a magnificent 9.85, his fastest time since 2012. His 9.85 clocking is the fastest time by any Jamaican since 2012. So, this means many, many things. Will we see Yohan Blake back to form in 2023? I mean, we have to be honest. 9.85 is a solid top 10 time in the world for the 2022 season. And had he been able to run this kind of time in the finals, he would have actually medaled. So, are we going to see the Yohan Blake, who ran that phenomenal second fastest 100 meter all time of 9.69 seconds? Now, this of course is my 2 cents. I am very certain that many of you have been disappointed by Yohan Blake continuously, repeatedly, over and over since 2012. The truth is, if as a nation, as fans of Yohan Blake and fans of track and field, we have been disappointed by this phenomenal talent so many years, people, that's what, 10 years? 10 years of disappointment by Yohan Blake. I can understand why the immediate knee-jerk response is going to be absolutely not. Yohan Blake will never get back to that form. I get it. Human beings get used to stuff really fast. 10 years of disappointment, and even this year disappointment, I can completely comprehend. Now, let's be honest. Within this process, Yohan Blake was severely injured. Severely injured. It took many, many years for him to recover. And I've said on many occasions that the science is that injury is not just physiological but psychological. So clearly the athlete has to recover physically but also has to recover mentally. Here's what I think though. Something has changed in Yohan Blake. Now I know that he's 32 years of age. I know some commentators reference him as the old man of track and field. But if a Shelley and Fraser Price is running these crazy times at 35, I think a Yohan Blake is capable. Now follow me here. If you are able to run several, I think he has run maybe 6 sub-10s for the 2022 season. He has not done anything like that in 10 years. He has ran 9.85. His second to last rate, he ran 2 sub-10s. He came second in the final Big Diamond League. At the end of the season, when most people are exhausted, something has changed. Now, if we are to take him at his word, and I believe we should be able to, he got an injury. We've seen this. We saw this happen with Hansa Parchment at World Championships, literally right before the finals. He had to withdraw. So we know that this is possible. And I've also explained to you that an athlete who is injury prone, meaning an athlete who has had several injuries, it's highly possible that the slightest thing can set them off. Not just the physical injury, but just the memory of the injury can terrify the athlete enough into not performing at their best. And that's the best thing that they should do. But the way he has finished the season, and the fact that he has run a 9.85 and many sub-10s for the 2022 season, and we see him running and winning races and coming in the top 2, top 3. The Diamond League final is a big deal. I know he didn't run a sub-10, but outside of Trayvon Bromell, no one else did. I would like to be, because I am a very optimistic and positive person. I think that we can see a Yohan Blake of old. I think psychologically, he's beginning to believe again. He's beginning to believe that he can do this. Now, I know that most of you are probably going to say, Peter, you're just being overly optimistic. The man keeps disappointing us. But I'm telling you, people, this is the best season he has had since 2012. 9.85 is not something you can scoff at. That's a really, really, really impressive time. And with someone like a oblique civilian and Akeem Blake to press him, he's going to run faster times. If he is properly rested and his management team works on his psychology also, I really think that we can see, if not a sub 9.7, certainly a sub 9.8 run from Yohan Blake next year. I think once you have greatness in your legs, there's always a potential for this to occur. If you know how to win, then you remember how to win again. Remember, for quite some time, people started to give up on Elaine Thompson-Herah because of what had happened to her because of her injury, physiologically and psychological. And then in 2021, she had the best season in her entire history, running the second fastest 100 meter all time at 29 years of age. So, in my humble opinion, and this of course is just my 2 cents, I think that in 2023, if all goes well, and if he continues on this trajectory, we could see the Yohan Blake of old. But then again, this of course is really just my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Were you impressed with his 2022 season? Were you disappointed? Do you think that the fact that he's able to run, he's been running these great sub 10 times, could we see the Yohan Blake of old? Could he jump back into greatness? Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Bless up!